Shalom, friends. Rosh Hashanah, the biblical New Year, is also known as Yom HaZikaron, the Day of Remembrance. But the question is, what are we called to remember on this day? First, we remember God as creator. This is the day in Jewish thought that Adam and Eve were created. But God as our creator is also our provider. So on the second day of Rosh Hashanah, the passage that we read from is Genesis chapter 22, the Akedah, the binding of Isaac. God speaks to Abraham and he says, Lech lecha, Abraham, go and take your son, your only son, whom you love, and offer him as a sacrifice on the mountain that I will show you. You know, the first test of Abraham began with those same words. God said, Lech lecha, leave your homeland, leave your family, leave everything behind you. And what God was saying to him in that first test, Genesis chapter 12, was, Abraham, do you trust me enough to give me your past? In Genesis chapter 22, when those same words, Lech lecha, go offer your son, what God is saying is, Abraham, will you trust me? Will you give to me your future? Abraham symbolized the future of the family. He symbolized the covenantal promise that God made to Abraham and to Sarah. And the question is, like Abraham trusted the Lord to provide, will we? Because he takes Isaac, he puts him on the altar. At the last minute, right before he was about to slay him, an angel calls out from heaven. Abraham lifts his eyes, and what does he see? A ram caught in the thicket. He offers the ram in place of Isaac, and he names that place in Hebrew, Adonai Yireh, the Lord will provide, because God provided on that mountain. Isn't that amazing? And on Rosh Hashanah, we blow the shofar 100 times. Why is that significant? Because it reminds us of the ram that was offered in place of his son. We say, God, just like you provided the ram for Abraham, do the same for us. God has a ram caught in the thicket for you. He always has a ram in the bush. So be encouraged. And why 100 times? Because how old was Abraham when Isaac was born to him? 100 years old. And then Isaac sows in a year of famine. What happens? He reaps 100-fold. So the son of 100 reaps 100-fold. And Messiah Yeshua, Jesus says to us, whoever leaves houses and family for his sake will receive 100-fold in the kingdom. Friends, we don't look to the hands of men, we look to the hands of God. We lift our eyes to the hills. He is the one from whom our help comes from. It's believed in Hebraic thought that God determines our provision and livelihood for the year at this season. So how we begin, how we sow at the start of the year is critical for the blessing for the year. And think about it, because it is a biblical principle that blessings flow from the head down, like the oil coming down the head of Aaron, down the corners of his garment. The blessing flows from the head down. So as we head into this new year, turn to the Lord. Ask him to provide. Believe him for your needs, but sow generously like Isaac did as well, even in a year of famine, and you will see great blessings, because as you sow, so you will reap. And it's time to sow to the next level so that we can reap a supernatural harvest of blessing. God will provide for you in this new season. Have faith, look to him, be generous, and you will be blessed. Shalom, shalom.